Welcome to Pop Flashback. I'm your host, Rick Smalls, and with me as always is the amazing Tina Boucher.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we are going to be looking into the Monkees manufactured pop stardom.
Yeah, when a made-for-TV band became a real chart topper.
It's crazy.
It is a really wild story.
Yeah, so set the scene for us.
All right, so picture this.
Okay.
It's the 1960s. The Beatles are like taking over the world,
Oh, yeah.
pushing boundaries left and right. Bob Dylan, he's like this poet musician, challenging norms.
Yeah.
And television.
Oh, yeah.
This powerful new medium.
Huge.
It wants to capitalize on this youth market that is obsessed with music.
They always do.
Right? The producers of the show,
Yeah.
they're musicians themselves.
Interesting.
They had this idea. What if we make a sitcom about a band that mirrors real life?
Okay.
The struggles and the triumphs of being in the music industry.
So they set out to make a fictional band for a TV show.
Uh-huh.
And they accidentally create a real-life pop phenomenon.
That is the irony.
That's pretty awesome.
They cast these 4 guys.
Okay.
Micky Dolenz, Davy Jones,
Oh, yeah, Davy Jones.
Michael Nesmith, and Peter Tork.
Yeah.
Each of them with their own musical background
Sure.
and personalities.
You gotta admit, they were a pretty good-looking bunch.
Oh, absolutely.
Davy Jones heartthrob.
Totally packaged for teeny bopper magazines.
Yeah, for sure.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
They could actually play.
Wait, so it wasn't all smoke and mirrors?
Right.
They had some musical talent under those haircuts.
More than people might think.
Wow.
6
Okay.
top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100.
Hold on. For a band that was essentially a TV prop,
Yeah.
6 top 10 hits. That's wild.
I know.
What were some of their chart toppers?
Well,
Give me a couple.
I'm a Believer.
Of course.
That was #1 for 7 weeks.
It's a great song.
Last Train to Clarksville.
Love that one.
Their debut single, straight to #1.
Daydream Believer.
Classic.
Oh, it's so good.
Woven into the fabric of pop culture.
I know.
I have a little fun fact for you.
Ooh, I love fun facts.
I'm a Believer.
Okay.
Wasn't written by the Monkees.
Oh, really?
It was written by Neil Diamond.
Whoa, Neil Diamond, that's huge.
Yeah.
So even back then, established songwriters saw the potential
Exactly.
in this band.
It speaks to a larger truth
Okay.
about the Monkees.
Hmm.
Despite their origins,
Oh.
they attracted serious talent and they produced some catchy tunes.
Yeah. I'm starting to see why their story is so fascinating.
Right.
It challenges our assumptions about
yes.
what makes a band authentic.
Uh-huh.
What else?
Well, they sold over 21 million singles and albums
Okay.
in the United States.
Whoa.
21, that's like every teenager
Yeah.
owning a Monkees record.
Yeah, it was a phenomenon.
So not everyone was happy about their success.
Right.
Tell me more about that.
Okay. Well,
What kind of backlash did they face?
imagine you're a music purist
Mm.
in the 1960s.
Yeah. You see this band assembled for a TV show.
Right?
Suddenly they're dominating the airwaves,
Yeah.
outselling some of your favorite real musicians.
Yeah. I could see how that would rub some people the wrong way.
Yeah.
So how did they respond to the critics?
They fought for creative control.
Interesting.
They wanted to play their own instruments
Wow.
and write more of their own material.
They weren't content to be just a manufactured product.
No.
They wanted to prove they were genuine artists.
That's right.
And that struggle, that desire for authenticity, it makes
Mhm.
their story so compelling.
It really does.
Okay, so we've covered their rise to fame, their undeniable talent, and the backlash.
Yeah.
What about their music?
Well,
What made it so successful?
think pop rock,
Okay.
folk influences,
Uh-huh.
infused with this youthful energy,
Yeah.
catchy melodies.
So the classic 1960s sound
Exactly.
with a unique Monkees twist.
They weren't afraid to experiment either. They dabbled in psychedelic pop, country rock, even a little bit of Baroque pop.
Wow, that's a pretty diverse range for a band supposedly manufactured for mass appeal.
It is?
I bet that musical exploration further fueled the debate about their legitimacy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to be digging into that more, but I want to leave our listeners with a question.
All right. Think about their success, their catchy tunes, their fight for creative control.
Okay.
Do you believe a band created for TV can be considered a real artist? Head to the comments. Let us know your thoughts.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a question at the heart of artistic authenticity.
Right.
And the nature of pop music, how it changes.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole authenticity thing.
Okay.
Why did it matter so much that the Monkees played their own instruments and wrote their own songs?
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of successful bands don't do that.
You're right. There's a long history of studio musicians
Yeah.
and songwriters,
Yeah.
contributing to a lot of pop acts.
Yeah.
But in the 60s,
Yeah.
there was this emphasis on artists being singer-songwriters.
Like having your own vision.
Yeah, controlling their creative vision.
Like the Beatles.
Exactly. Yep, they were writing and performing their own stuff.
Right.
And it was part of their appeal.
Exactly.
So the Monkees, being this manufactured band,
Yeah.
they faced this extra layer of scrutiny.
Right.
They had to prove they weren't just puppets,
Yeah.
that there was real artistry behind the facade.
And to their credit,
Yeah.
they didn't back down from that challenge.
No, they fought for it.
Mm.
And as they got more control,
Yeah.
their music started to evolve.
In what way?
They moved beyond that bubblegum pop sound
Oh, okay.
from their early hits
Uh-huh.
and started to explore, more introspective themes.
Oh, wow.
Experimented with different sounds.
So their music started to reflect their own growth
Absolutely.
and artistic ambitions.
You can hear it in their later albums.
Yeah?
There's a depth there that wasn't there before. They were tackling social commentary,
Wow.
personal relationships, even the pressures of fame.
Thinking about it, their story is kind of a microcosm of the music industry itself.
Right.
This tension between commercial success and artistic integrity.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
They were going through the same stuff
Right.
that a lot of artists, have faced.
For sure.
How do you balance, what people want
Yeah.
with your own creative vision?
Right.
How do you stay true to yourself while also trying to,
Appeal to a wide audience.
appeal to a wide audience?
And in a way,
Mhm.
their manufactured origins made that struggle even more pronounced.
It did.
They had to work harder to be taken seriously.
But they did it.
Wow.
They transcended that initial image.
Good for them.
They proved that they were more than a marketing gimmick. They
Right.
became respected musicians.
In their own right.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's why their music still resonates today.
I agree.
It's a testament to their talent, their perseverance,
Yeah.
and their ability to connect with listeners.
On a genuine level.
Right. We've talked about their journey, the backlash,
Yeah.
the evolution of their music.
Right.
But what about their impact?
Well,
What's their legacy?
okay.
How did they influence the music world?
It's multifaceted.
Okay.
On one hand, they were so commercially successful,
Yeah.
millions of records, a global hit TV show, merchandise everywhere.
A pop culture phenomenon.
For sure.
We
It's-
couldn't escape them in the late 60s.
You couldn't.
But beyond the commercial success,
Yeah.
what else?
They had a big impact on other musicians,
Oh, really?
later generations of musicians.
So,
Think about DIY music.
okay.
In the 70s and 80s,
Mm-hmm.
punk, new wave, indie rock.
Okay.
These movements were all about bands taking control.
Uh-huh.
Taking control of their music, their image, their destiny.
So the Monkees, in their own way, paved the way for that.
Yeah. They showed that even a manufactured band could fight for creative control
Interesting.
and make their own path.
So they were rebels in disguise.
Kinda.
These seemingly squeaky clean pop stars helped sow the seeds of musical rebellion.
It's one of the many paradoxes of their story.
Yeah.
They were manufactured, but they inspired authenticity.
Mm.
They were a product of the mainstream, but they influenced the underground,
Wow.
and they were dismissed as this novelty act.
Right.
But their music has lasted for decades.
That's like they flipped the script on the whole manufactured band thing.
They did.
They took that label and turned it into a strength. So we've come to the conclusion that the Monkees were more than just a manufactured band.
Definitely.
They were trailblazers, they were rebels,
Mm-hmm.
and they were really good musicians.
And that's the beauty of their story.
Yeah.
It defies categorization.
Right.
It makes us, reconsider our assumptions about art.
Yeah.
What's real, what's not.
Right.
And it reminds us that even in pop music,
Mm-hmm.
there can be genuine artistry and a lasting impact.
So as we wrap up our look at the Monkees, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away?
I think it's just, never underestimate the power of a band.
Right.
Even one that started as a manufactured creation.
Yeah, because in the end, it's the music that matters.
Exactly.
The songs that connect with us,
Mhm.
the memories they evoke.
The Monkees, they created a soundtrack for a generation.
Right.
Their music, it just has this youthful energy and optimism
Yeah.
that still feels relevant today.
It's funny, we've been talking about how they were manufactured
Right.
and how they fought for authenticity.
Yeah.
But listening to their music,
Yeah.
It's clear that there was always something genuine there.
Absolutely. There's a heart and a soul to their music that you just can't fake.
Right.
It's like the sound of 4 young men,
Yeah.
discovering themselves through music, expressing their creativity, connecting with their audience.
And that connection,
Yeah,
that's what makes music so powerful.
it really is.
It transcends time and place, and it brings people together.
The Monkees may have started as a TV creation,
Yeah,
but their music, it took on a life of its own.
it did.
It touched hearts, it inspired dreams, and it still brings joy to listeners of all ages.
So I think it's time to leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder.
Okay, here's a question.
Okay.
If you could pick one Monkee song to introduce someone to the band, which one would it be and why?
That's a great question.
Yeah, head to the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe so you can catch our next episode.
Catch you next time.
See ya.